Welcome to another live show of the Pride Podcast, our pregame show with the Detroit Lions versus the Los Angeles Chargers. On today's episode, we're going to break down the inactives. We're going to break down the keys to victory, the locks of the week, and we have our bold prediction, scoring prediction, all on our live show of the Pride Podcast.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. I do the impossible, 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 impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to.
Reporter inside the 5. Touchdown Detroit Lions.
Now Godwin. Oh man, he took a hit.
Bryant, the rookie, ties the game with his first NFL touchdown.
They played well. They kicked their ass. They played outstanding football, and they rubbed their nose in it.
I think this is one of those that the Lions are going to learn from. I'll take it that way. When I chose the Ravens, I said I think the Lions are going to go 13-4, and this is one of the final 3 losses of their season.
I come alive in the dark.
Bury the tape, bury the Raiders, go on the bye week, come back.
I do the impossible, impossible.
Downfield, picked off by the Lions. Then it intercepted in the end zone. Goff with a dart on the Rob ran through it. There goes outside 20. Get 50, get 10, angling to the end zone. Touchdown Detroit Lions. Oh, baby, what a run. Yes, sir. Again. What a run by Gibbs.
I do the impossible, impossible.
Bruh.
Bury the tape, bury the Raiders, head into the bye week. That's where we are right now, baby. We're past the bye week. We buried the Raiders. We buried the tape. We are here now. Week 10, Lions, Chargers. Your 6-2 Lions. We're about a little less than an hour away from kickoff. I'm your host, Tyler. Joined by 2 guys as always, Mr. Uncle Mark Pierre. Boys, how are we feeling?
Feeling great, man. Lions football is back. I think Malcolm. Oh, there he is. He's back. What's up, Malcolm?
Finally, the Detroit Lions football is back to Sunday football, man. Let's go, man. Football Sunday, man.
It's felt so long with the bye week, then now Monday Night Football. Even today, dude, like a 4 o'clock kickoff, like they gotta stop teasing us. Like I am just ready to go back into these 1 o'clock games. So I'm sick of waiting, man. But we're almost there. We are almost there for the Lions kickoff versus the Chargers. But man, just like itching to watch the Lions, and we're right there. So it's good to be back. I'm excited for this game. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about the inactives for both of these squads. Let's get right into the Lions inactives. I'm going to kick it off to you, Malcolm. What is the Lions inactive report looking like for today?
All right. So the Lions inactive report. We have cornerback Stephen Gilmore. He is out. Defensive lineman Broderick Martin. He is out. Linebacker Trevor Nowaski. I mean, yeah, he's inactive. Defensive lineman Levi Zarike, he's inactive. Wide receiver Donovan People-Jones is inactive, and guard Halapute Vaitai is inactive.
There you go. Peter, what is the Chargers injury report looking like?
Yeah, running back Elijah Dotson, offensive lineman Zach Bailey, safety AJ Finley, defensive lineman Zach Matlock, running back Isaiah Spiller, who's CJ Spiller's little brother. Chargers are healthy, just kind of like Detroit. That's it.
Yeah, it is nice to see the Lions healthy, getting guys back like David Montgomery and Jonah Jackson and Frank Ragnow all back for this game is huge. Something to know, I guess, is DPJ will not be making his debut. We thought potentially that could be his debut tonight or today versus the Chargers, but that looks like that's going to be hold. He was questionable coming into the game, had a little injury throughout practice, so looks like they are going to be holding him out for a week. And then Broderick Martin makes his way back to the inactive list after one game versus the Raiders. And it looks like Isaiah Buggs is right back into that rotation. So I guess there you go. And then Big V is out. He's dealing with an injury, and the Lions made it clear that Graham Glasgow is now they're going to be the starting right guard, even depending on Big V's health right now. At the time being, it is the starting spot is Graham Glasgow. So you're healthy, man. That's a good thing, man. It's a good thing to be healthy for this game.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
All right, let's talk about this Lions offense. We talked about the offensive line being back. We talked about Dave Montgomery being back. When you guys look at this offense pretty much at full strength, just without DPJ, and you look at this Chargers defense, what are your keys for winning this game in Los Angeles? Let's start off with you, Pierre.
Yeah, protection up front. Khalil Mack, Thule, I can't say his last name, the rookie out of USC, and Bosa. Those guys have been playing great football. They're pressuring the quarterback. All three have multiple sacks. It's kind of their NASCAR package. Then they bring in Fox with them on third down. He's also playing pretty well. He's kind of like their John Kaminsky we had last year. He's getting pressures and getting sacks. Those guys are a handful. And then obviously, if you protect, you could pass all over the Chargers. The Chargers pass defense stinks. They're not good at defending the pass. They're better against the run. But I think this week, maybe just start throwing the ball,
I agree 100%. I think this is a week where, you're healthy with all your receiving core. Amon-Ra's not dealing with no illness. Like you are pretty healthy with the receiving core. I think this is the week to get your passing game involved. To have your O-line at full strength is big time because this pass rush, like you mentioned, is legit. You got guys like Joey Bosa, you got guys like Khalil Mack. They have a legit pass rush there with the Chargers. So having your O-line, feeling comfortable with them in pass protection, I think is big to get this passing game involved. And obviously getting back David Montgomery, like you could still sprinkle the run game in there. Like I still think they are going to, have an identity of a run game. The Lions have never been a team that they're going to go fully run or fully pass. Like they always are going to have a balanced attack on offense. And now having both their running backs, Jahmyr Gibbs, looking like he has, been more comfortable with the league recently with 2 really good games back to back. Now having the bye week, he's adjusted. So having him and David Montgomery back, I think is huge for this backfield as well. So you could do essentially what you want. If the running game is not clicking like you want it to be, you can lean on your passing game and have Goff kind of take over. Being back at SoFi Stadium, I know he's excited. So I think the Lions could do a lot of multiple things on this offense, if that's running the ball or passing the ball.
Is this Goff's second time going back to SoFi, or is this first time? Second? Yeah. I mean, yeah, you pretty much talked about it. I think the Lions pretty much could do pretty much whatever they want to do in this game with them having back their full offensive line. I think that's key. I think having your full offensive line. I think if they want to go to that passing attack, I think it's gonna be opening there. And I think it's gonna be a good test just to test out the Chargers in their running defense. I know that the past couple of weeks they've been doing a really good job stopping the run, but the teams they really played haven't been great offensively, if I were to say. But so this is a great test for them and for us. I mean, that battle between our offensive line and their defensive line is going to be huge, and I think that's going to decide the game pretty much. Whoever wins that battle up front.
Yeah, another thing too is now that having David Montgomery, you don't have to lean on Jahmyr Gibbs to be your lead back. You could have him more involved in the passing game now. And that's something that's been an issue for the Chargers. I went back and watched the Cowboys game a couple weeks ago that they played because I think that was their last, legit all-around team that they've played because they played the Jets and they played the Bears back-to-back, which, just opponents I don't look too highly of. So I want to look at their last, matchup where I thought they played a respectable team. That was the Cowboys on Monday Night Football. And one thing I saw them do a lot was get Tony Pollard involved in that passing game. So I'm interested to see maybe the Lions try to get a little bit Jahmyr Gibbs involved in that passing game. Now that you got David Montgomery back in that backfield, that you can kind of mix them both up now. So I think that's big for this Lions offense.
Yeah, I want to see how they use them. I want to see how they're going to use both of those guys. It's going to be interesting if they have them both on the field at the same time. That's something that we've been kind of waiting for, and hopefully we'll see this week, man. We'll see.
All right, I'm going to ask the question. This is a question we're going to ask every single week since he's returned. Number 9. Now he's had the bye week. He's had 4 weeks.
Damn, you're going to make me say my bold prediction right now.
4 weeks under his belt. All right. Do we see number 9 get more involved into this game?
I actually think this is the game he's going to break out.
Ooh.
Just because. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say that. I think he kind of has to get his opportunities this week. I'm not saying he's going to break out for like 6 catches, 150. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like as far as the opportunity, the snaps, he got to get the snaps, man. He got to get the opportunity because if he don't get the opportunity, he's not going to get better. So hopefully he gets the opportunity, he gets the snaps, and he makes the best of his opportunity. Because if not, man, we're gonna keep seeing the same shit. 1 catch, 20 yards, or 1 bomb, 40-yard touchdown, or I want to see more than 1 catch or one bomb or one something. I want to see some plays from J-Mo.
Right. And like I think we've said it for weeks now, but like getting him involved in different ways, like it could be something else than just a streak route, like then just like a deep ball every time with Jameson Williams. Like you could try different things, and I know they have sometimes, and it just has not worked. Like the Raiders game, they tried like an end around with him, and Max Crosby just absolutely swallowed him. Like he saw that thing coming from a mile away.
A lot of
Like
busted plays.
yeah, like there just has to be a way to get Jameson Williams involved in some way. Like, and I know Ben Johnson could do it. He's a creative guy. We've seen him do it with other guys. But there's like one thing with Jameson Williams, he's just not been able to unlock it out of him because the guy is so talented and he can do more than just be Marvin Hall. Because that's right now what he is. He's been Marvin Hall.
I just don't get like why not put him in a drag route and just have him go across the middle, just drag him and just try to get him in space, man. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully this is the week.
If there is any passing attack to do it against, it is this one. This is not a great passing attack. I believe they are ranked 32nd in pass defense. So they're dead last. They're dead last in passing defense. So if you want to get your young receiver some confidence going forward for this final stretch of games, like I think this could be the game. You're coming off a bye week. I think this is a game where you can get him involved a little more than you have since him returning. So I hope to see a little bit more number 9, and hopefully he makes a positive impact on this game today. So, all right, switching gears now to the defensive side of the ball. You look at this Chargers offense, they have a lot of star talent here. Keenan Allen, Justin Herbert, phenomenal quarterback. Austin Eckler, phenomenal running back. You look at this Chargers offense versus Lions defense. To start off with you, Peter, what are your keys to stopping or limiting this Chargers offense?
Pressuring Justin Herbert, and keeping him in the pocket. So you don't want him to get out of the pocket. When he gets in that scramble drill and he has that massive arm, guys are going to be running wide open. Get to him, sack him. And that was the goal too. I think AG said we have to sack this guy. I think he's like 6'5", like 230, 240. He's a big quarterback. I don't know his exact size, but he's a big quarterback. So they have to get him down. And I think the Lions recently, they played some contain, like against the Seattle and Baltimore. I think today's just going to go after the passer and their rush. They're not necessarily going to play contain, just rush the passer. Their O-line has struggled a little the past few weeks in pass protection, the Chargers O-line. I believe the Jets had 30 pressures on them. We don't have the Jets D-line, but damn, I mean, we should be able to get some pressure on them,
Yeah, I mean, they're missing some guys on O-line, Corey Linsley. So,
right.
And it was like even before, it wasn't the greatest unit regardless. So, with them missing some guys, that's one issue I've had kind of with this Lions defense this year is like this pass rush, like for the most part, like it's been pretty good, but like there's been some games where it's just been completely invisible and they just have not made an impact. Ravens game, I would say Seattle game, like those were games where like it just felt like they weren't doing anything. It kind of felt like almost like the same Lions defense from like years previous where they just would not get any pressure on the quarterback. But then we've seen some games like last time versus the Raiders where they can get 6 sacks, or like we've seen games like the Panthers where they can get in the backfield, or like, I don't know, like they've had games where they've got in the backfield, but like it's been up or down and you kind of don't know what to expect. And I hope today with this Chargers offensive line and with the star talent that they have, I hope that the Lions pressure could get there. But like, it's just kind of one of those things you want to see during this final 2 months of the season, like get consistent pressure in the backfield and stop the passing game, man. Because that's one thing that's been inconsistent with this Lions defense is getting pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, as far as the Chargers, I mean, they're not really. I think they're 21st as far as their rushing offense. You don't want to let them get that going. So the first thing they definitely want to do, make sure they don't let them break out for a big game on the ground. So stopping the run is key. And then, like you guys said, putting pressure on Justin Herbert, man. I think you do that, we might. I think it could be an easy game for us if we were able to put pressure on him and have him, maybe force some throws that he's not really comfortable making.
Then another thing is to maybe bracket Keenan Allen. If you look at their targets the past few weeks, Keenan Allen gets the majority of them. If you could somehow take him out of the game and maybe force someone else to be you, like Everett or Jalen Guyton or even the rookie Johnson out of TCU, that's a better way. Try to eliminate, maybe not eliminate, but limit Keenan Allen. You can't completely eliminate him because he's a heck of a football player, but try to limit him as much as you could.
Yeah, that's huge. That's another test for us. I mean, our secondary. I mean, looking at last week, getting Jerry Jacobs back and Cameron Sutton, they've been stout. And then you have Brian Branch. I think our secondary is really good. And this gonna be a test for us. I mean, as far as how we're gonna be able to contain Keenan Allen. If we're able to do that, I think we might be able to say, our secondary is legit. I believe our secondary is legit. I think those guys been balling, especially Jerry Jacobs. Jerry Jacobs been huge for us. Cam Sutton, he's Mr. Consistent on his side. But I think Jerry Jacobs is a guy who just, I think he might, there's an argument he could be our best corner right now. So I just can't wait to see what they're gonna do against this wide receiving core.
Yeah, I mean, they're missing some guys too. We mentioned in our pregame show earlier in the week that Mike Williams got placed on IR week 3. Joshua Palmer just got placed on IR a couple weeks ago. So they're missing some guys to the receiving core. They still have Keenan Allen, who's been great. But, the Chargers need some of these other guys to start stepping up for those guys because Palmer and Mike Williams were, Williams was the 2, and then he goes out. Then they asked Palmer to step into that spot. Then he goes out. He's on IR. So, who is going to step up now in that wide receiver 2 spot for the Chargers? Is it going to be Quentin Johnson, the guy they drafted in the first round? Is it going to be Jalen Guyton, who they just recently activated? So, hopefully we don't see who it is today or this week, but they're going to need a guy to step up eventually for this wide receiver 2 spot and take the load off of Keenan Allen where he's not the only guy, because once he becomes the only guy, it's like you could put all your attention in the passing game towards him and it won't be as effective as it was, early on in the season. So we shall see what happens today. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into our Lions predictions / bold predictions. I'll read off the records right here. I'll pull them up. So as far as the season record, Pierre and Malcolm are tied at first place with a 6-2 record, and I am in second place / last with the 5-3 record. So one game behind. Lions open at 2.5-point favorites on the road at SoFi Stadium versus the Chargers. Pierre, what are you taking today?
I got the Lions covering and when you give me Lions 27-20.
Okay, what's your bold prediction?
Jamison Williams, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns.
150. Okay, that's very, very bold. Okay. Malcolm, what do you got here?
All right, I also have the Lions covering the spread. I was going back and forth to this one. The reason why is not because I think the Chargers are better than the Lions. I'm just looking down the road, and I think with our remaining teams, as far as quarterback, this is probably the best quarterback we're going to play he's going to be in the next in a while. Probably the best quarterback we play the whole season. Is Justin Herbert. So I think if there's a game that we could drop an egg to, could be the team that has the better quarterback on their end. So I was going back and forth with this one, but I do think the Lions defensively and offensively is going to be able to do what they want to do against the Chargers. So I'm picking the Chargers. Picking the Lions to cover the spread.
What's your score?
I'm going with 28, 24-28. So 28-24.
Okay. Any bold prediction?
Bold prediction is that Jared Goff will have 400 passing yards and 3 touchdowns, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
I like it. All right. I'm taking the Lions to cover and win this game. I think Jared Goff is going to have a blast being back in LA and at SoFi Stadium. I think he's going to put a show today. I think it's going to be third.
So my bold is not that crazy.
I don't think it's. I don't know about 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. Maybe I don't know. Maybe who knows? I think I'll fun. Maybe it's possible. Maybe it's close. I'll go 35-28 Lions. I feel like these games at SoFi at 4:00 whenever we watch them on Red Zone, I feel like they're always super high scoring. So I'm just going to go with that trend. I think they're 2 pretty good offenses. So I'm going to go 35-28 Lions. Bold prediction. We haven't seen this in a while. Give me a Brian Branch pick 6. We haven't seen that since week 1. I want to see it again today.
I think that's very possible of happening.
So we'll go with that as my bold prediction.
I like that.
All right, let's get into the locks of the week. So this is a little different because obviously it is a 4:00 game. So we made our locks in our group chat before. So some of the games are going on Malcolm's
man.
game still hasn't happened, so you guys could technically still bet on that game. But me and Peter's games.
Don't
are
read
pretty
yours. Tyler, don't read yours.
What's the score? I didn't even check the score, but
I don't know. I don't know.
27-11.
no. Okay, so it's not looking great. Okay, well okay. Records are Pierre's in first place with a 6-3 record. Malcolm's in second with a 4-4-1 record, and I'm in last place with a 3-6 record.
Wait, hold
Well,
on.
I guess
Pierre, where you see 26? Where you see that at?
Talking about the Saints and Vikings game?
No,
that was
man.
not my lock.
No,
Oh,
man.
never mind. My bad. I was thinking of some. I was thinking of the other bet you guys had.
It's pretty deep. Though.
It's not as better. You made it sound like I was in the game.
No, it's not as better.
Okay, let's be frank.
Okay,
I
go.
took the Browns 6.5 versus the Ravens. They're down 24-9 right now in the third quarter with 3 minutes left. Hey, it ain't over, but I took the Browns. I took the points today. I took plus
That lady
6.5.
is singing right now, bro. So this shit is over.
Okay, so should I just put 3 and 7 in my books right now?
Hey, you never know what could happen, man. But
Never
I mean,
know.
Deshaun is not looking too good today.
You need a Minneapolis miracle, bro.
Well, it looks like on my screen someone's in the red zone that game. Hey,
Oh,
Cleveland's in the red zone right now. Cleveland's in the red zone.
Wait a minute.
Maybe
There's
my
no-
plus 6.5 might hit.
All right,
Maybe
let's see what
it might hit.
happens.
All right, Pierre, who'd you take?
I took Bengals -6 against Houston. They just actually scored a touchdown, so it's 20-17 Houston. They're down by 3. I think that still has a chance to hit.
It's going to the fourth quarter right now. Okay.
I think it has a chance to hit. We'll see. Hopefully.
Okay. That's a good game right now. So, all
Let's
right.
go, man.
Malcolm, your game hasn't started yet. Who do you got?
Yeah, it's not started, but you know, when you talk about locks of the week, you gotta pick something that you're safe with and you think it's gonna be a lock. And that's what I did. I don't know about you picking the Cleveland Browns, but yeah, Seattle Seahawks over Washington Commanders -6 points. Lock it up.
Okay. Seattle's coming off a stinker. They need a bounce back.
I mean, do you play against that Raven? If you're in the NFC and you got to play the Ravens at Baltimore, the chances are that's just gonna happen. This is the chances of what's gonna happen. This is what it is at this point. Thank God.
Look who's in the end zone. Kareem Hunt and the Cleveland Browns just scored a touchdown right now, boys. 6.5 might be hidden today, boys.
Wait, so they're down by what, 9?
They are down by right now 9 before the extra
and then
point.
it's gonna be 8. So you have a shot. They need to score again.
Yeah, that's very possible.
Why don't you go for 2? Why don't you go for 2 if you're
You make it. Only it'll be 2 possessions if they don't get it.
Wait a minute. Oh no.
you make it
Pierre-
a 6-point game?
Pierre picked Cincinnati.
It'd be
I'm
7-point game. They're down 9.
Oh, my bad. 7. I thought it was 8. My bad.
Yeah. They're down 9.
Never mind. No, you take the field goal then.
But actually, they're listening to you, Pierre. They're going for the 2-point conversion, which is I don't agree with that. But okay,
Wait,
whatever.
hold up. Wait, is it a 9-point game?
They're down 9 right now.
So yeah, it'll be a 7-point game.
Yeah, but I would take the extra point, make it a 1-possession game. But that's me personally. That's a different story. But I don't agree with this.
Analytics say go for 2.
Oh my god, you're just like James Franklin. Do you see that shit he did yesterday?
No, James Franklin's a dumbass.
What's the difference? They were down 9. They could have kicked extra point, made it 1 possession. He went for 2 incomplete. They're down by 2 possessions.
No, the reason why he went for 2 because the beginning of the game he went for 2. Should kick the field goal then, and then he could have kicked the field goal towards the end. What cost him was his decision in the first half.
I personally wouldn't go for it here. The reason why is because if you miss it,
You're down 2 possessions.
you're down for 2 possessions.
Yeah,
It
you
doesn't
know?
matter.
It gives your team hope, because they're down 1 possession and now they
And
score.
then you go for
now-
the 2 after.
Yeah, you go for 2 then. Now it's like, okay, now we go for 2. But you miss it here, you're pretty much lost. the game.
You're asking for a lot then after. So I don't agree with that. We'll see what they do. It looks like they're going for 2, but it looks like they call 10. I don't know what's going on. So Cleveland, we'll see what
This is
happens.
for you.
We'll see.
And they got it 24-17.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so the risk paid off. Deshaun Watson. Okay, boys, 6.5 might hit. Maybe live bet that right now if that's still
Deshaun Watson.
All right, y'all. Kickoff is about half hour away, a little more than that. So
40
Let's
minutes.
go Lions.
Yep. We will see you
Let's
guys
go
on the
Lions.
spaces after the game. Hopefully,
Let's
talk
go
about a
Lions.
Lions victory. I'm out,
Let's
guys.
go
Peace.
Lions.
All right, guys. I'm charged up like Malcolm is, and I'm out. Peace.
Yep. It's your boy Malcolm, and I'm out, man. Peace.